What's good with it, BlakGooseTV family? Double salute as always. It's your boy Fluence. I'm back at it again, and y'all already know what time it is, man. This is episode 10, I believe, or part 10, whatever you want to call it, when it comes to Fluence Fridays, responding to the comments. And look, I'm gonna be focused today, and I will be. You know what I'm saying? I'm fresh. You know what I'm saying? Off of taking care of some things, so the energy is good. You feel me? Well, I had to switch the energy. I'll get into that later, but the energy is good. You know what I'm saying? I'm focused, so we definitely gonna get through a lot of these comments, man. Salute to people as always, man. Happy Friday. Hopefully, y'all Friday's been blessed so far, not stressed. I'll tell you this right now. My Friday, for the most part, it's been somewhat blessed and then also stressed. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, you already know I'm happy that it's Friday because it's the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow we got Fluence Lounge. You already know Fluence Lounge is going to be right. We got Teofimo Lopez. It's going to be Teofimo Lopez versus Campa happening tomorrow. And it just so happens that one of my favorite all-time MMA fighters, Dominic Cruz, will be fighting tomorrow against Marlon Vera. I'm not sure what time that starts. I'm not sure if that's during the day or if that's later at night, kind of around the Pedro Campa, Teofimo Lopez. But either way, I don't know what time it is. Either way, I'm gonna be watching both, Fluence Lounge for both, because there's no way I'm gonna miss the Dominic Cruz fight. So, anyways, with that being said, man, you already know what this type of time it is. You already know what this is about. We're gonna be responding to y'all comments. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? If anybody decides to come up in here, man, anybody wants to drop a comment, anybody has a topic, go ahead, you know what I'm saying? Drop that there in the chat. And then also, y'all see I got the link there in case y'all want to join, man. Just hit that link button, hop up in here, man. I'll go ahead and let you join, talk about whatever, talk about what's going on at the moment. Just don't be on no bullshit. We're good. You feel me? So, with that being said, before we get into all this, as always, man, hit the like button below, man. Show your boys some love. Subscribe to the channel, man. You already know we on, man. Road to 5K before the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? 5K before the end of the year. So hit that subscribe button, like the video, notification gauge, so you know whenever I'm dropping something. And look, like I said before, comment, hop in this motherfucker if you want to. There's a link right there. It's gonna be a good time, man. Fluence Fridays as always. You know what I'm saying? So now, with that being said, I will say this right now. I got some good content dropping for y'all. I'm gonna start clipping things up. I kind of mentioned it when we had the Fluence and Zen. I think it was Monday or Tuesday. But I'm gonna start clipping things up. So y'all start getting clips on the channel too. 3-minute clips, 4-minute clips. You know what I'm saying, from everything. So you know what I'm saying. You guys can see the shorter version. Y'all with that little short attention span. You know what I'm saying. Y'all don't just be catching the lives. I want to have an idea what y'all talking about. Y'all gonna start seeing clips. So y'all look out for that. So that's why it's important too to hit that notification gate. All right. So now all that's out the way, let's get into it. You feel me? We coming up with the first comment right here. This is into response to the community board. By the way, y'all go check the community board out. I just dropped a new question in regards to Pedro Campa and Teofimo Lopez. We're gonna be covering that tonight as well. We got Teofimo Lopez versus Pedro Campa. They got the weigh-ins. You feel me? Like I was just saying, we got Fluence on Saturday, so we gotta watch the weigh-ins. And then I'm going to talk a little bit, or at the very least react to some highlights for the Eubank Jr. Conor Benn fight. You know what I'm saying? So, excuse me. That's also due as well, because you already know, man. We respond to the comments, and then we also do a little boxing talk. You feel me? So, it's come from R West. Salute to R West. Appreciate you, bro. He hopped in the last Fluence Friday. So salute to R West, man. My bad, yo. Damn. Doodoo is definitely overrated. That's mad disrespectful. By the way, this was a response to the question that I put on the community board. Like I said, go check that out. I just dropped a new one. Who's more overrated? Family, Demetrius Andrade, Jamal Charlo. I said David Benavidez. I can't remember who else I said, but that was, really the gist of it. I think I might have put Triple G there as well, if I remember correctly. And you see, R West is not a Demetrius Andrade or Boo Boo fan. He said Doodoo is definitely overrated. Not saying he's not a good fighter, but dude has literally done nothing. There are active boxing fans who have no idea who he is. Man, me personally, and I'm happy. Sometimes when it comes to Fluence Fridays, you don't know what Fluence Fridays is about. They're similar to Fluence Lounge, but it's like elevated to a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? Fluence Lounge, we're still in our right mind, but we feeling good. Fluence Fridays, but I'm in my right mind today because, by the way, man, crazy ass workout I had today, man. It was crazy. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in my right mind. So right now, you know what I'm saying? I don't really appreciate this comment. Though I understand a lot of people don't really respect Boo Boo, and they don't respect what he's done. They don't respect his stylistic approach to the game. They feel like he ain't really who he is because they feel like, who have you fought to prove that? But I don't know, man. I just think it's interesting because it's like, who is Jamal fought, you know what I'm saying, to prove he is who he is? You know what I'm saying? Who is David Benavidez fought to prove? He's like, none of them really have a great resume. I never understand why Demetrius Andrade is the one that's pointed out as the fraud. So I'm going to put that into work. Do you feel me? So I respect your opinion, R. West. But what justifies Boo Boo to be overrated in comparison to the others I named minus Triple G? Sorry, I got that. Minus Triple G. Who has Charlo or David fought that constitutes us to say they are levels above Andrade? I didn't mean to make that all caps. My bad. Why is this nigga yelling? So that's just how I feel personally, man. I just think, you know, just because you don't know doesn't mean it's not good or it doesn't work. So I say I respect your opinion, R. West, but what justifies Boo Boo to be overrated in comparison to the others that I named minus Triple G? Who is Charlo or David fought that constitutes us to say they are levels above Andrade? Let me put that question off there. Actually, that's what I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask him to change the topic. I love Keith Thurman to death. But I might ask him to change. I think I'm gonna go with something for Boo Boo. Ask him, you know, let me change. Can I change the topic? So I'm gonna see. I'm gonna reach out to him. Knockout Boxing TV. I'm gonna reach out to him. I'm gonna like, I'd rather defend because Keith Thurman is a legend within himself. I'm like, even if people feel like he's not better than Terrence or he's not better than Earl, like his resume speaks for himself. Andrade, the disrespect that he gets, I'm gonna defend him. I want to make that a topic. I want somebody to talk about it or debate me with it. So, anyways, I'm gonna keep that in mind. See, that's a clip. I'll cut it, put it out. It'll remind me. Bow. Anyways, Mass Raider, salute to you, man. Appreciate you commenting. I appreciate everybody commenting on this, man. Remember, comment, man. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna respond. At the end of the day, we're gonna do responding to the comments. So I'm gonna have all this. You feel me? So never not comment, man. At the end of the day, they're seen at some point. You feel me? This is a reaction to Hasim Rockman Jr. practicing potential knockout against Jake Paul. He said, "Thanks for the content. One thing I went back and watched, which I think Jake needs to implement, is that he moves backward all the time and when faced with pressure. Hopefully they've been teaching him how to slip and counter because all he needs is some head movement to get on the inside to KO Hasim Rockman Jr. As one thing about Hasim is his jab, while it is kind of lazy, it's half decent and you don't want him winning rounds based off of that. If Jake finds himself on the outside and can't figure a way. Jake can't navigate a jab. Even though this fight isn't happening, I think his approach would have been similar to how he fought Woodley the second time. Stay on his bike, stay on the outside until Rockman Jr. starts to fatigue. So even though this fight isn't happening, I think his approach would have been similar to how he fought Woodley. Second time, stay on his bike, stay on the outside until Rockman Jr. starts to fatigue. And basically what I'm saying, I'm like, I'm just basically saying, I'm like, yeah, he can't navigate a jab, but he won't need to navigate a jab because he's not going to be fighting he's not going to be trying to come on the inside. He won't need to come on the inside. He'll just be circle, probably throw a jab out, throw a couple body shots, and he'll just wait until the later rounds to really engage. That would have probably been the game plan. It would make sense. This is a reaction to this one was Fluence and Zen podcast. Make sure you guys check that out. I got my car stolen. Lazy nickels. Take from hard workers. Silence speaks volumes. I don't know if that was the end of it, but that sounds good. Having Sweet responded, good chat, fellas. Sorry to hear about your car. A similar situation happened to me when I moved to Vegas. Life is crazy. Bruh. It was a shock when it happened, but now everything is getting taken care of. It was a young kid. Hopefully, they don't mess up his future. And I mean that, man. So I said, bro, I was shocked when it happened, but now everything is getting taken care of. It was a young kid. Hopefully, it don't mess up his future. And yeah, man, there was young kids, man, literally 14, a 14-year-old and a 16-year-old. So, and they've been calling me. The courts have been calling me and stuff. They're like, excuse me, they've been calling me and they're like, oh, they're about to start court. He hasn't had any. They haven't had any priors, both the kids. We're gonna let you know if you need to come to court to testify. If they ask me to come to court, I'm not gonna testify against them young kids. I'm not gonna fuck their future up. So. Now, if I didn't have insurance, I don't know if I could say the same thing. If I didn't have insurance, we got a problem. But what am I doing driving without insurance? Really, if I've been driving without insurance, that's my problem. Like, brother, what you doing with the car? No insurance. Anyways, let's get back on track. Reaction to Seam Rockman Jr. And the only thing that I'm probably going to hate about these comments for the night is it's probably going to be a good amount when it comes to the Hasim Rockman Jr. and Jake Paul fight. And I'm just like, damn, since that shit is, not happening, never happening, it was bullshit. It kind of makes me mad that I have to talk about this shit, but it is what it is. It's part of the game. It's not about me, it's about y'all. I'm getting to these comments. You already know what it is. Anyways, Base Jaron, salute to you, man. All I'm going to say is that even though Rockman Jr. seems a bit stiff and square, as long as Jake keeps putting his head down and windmilling, he's going to be open for an uppercut. Plus, if he keeps pumping the jab, Jake won't be able to navigate it. Also, with how Rockman has been looking in his interviews, I think his footage is old because he looks big. Okay. I respect it. I really do. I respect that. A detailed analyst of the fight. I agree with you on majority of what you said, but I do give Paul and his team a little more credit when it comes to game plan. I think if the fight would have happened, he would have been on his bike and wait until Rockman fatigues to engage. So I said I respect that detailed analysis of the fight. I agree with you on majority of what you said, but I do give Paul and his team a little more credit when it comes to building a game plan. I think the fight would have happened if the fight, I think if the fight would have happened, he would have been on his bike and he would have been on his bike majority of the time. And just wait until Rockman fatigues to engage. All right, there we go. And that is specifically what I was trying to say. Salute to you, Base Gyro. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Beautiful analyst of that particular fight. If it would have happened, y'all know it's bullshit though. All right, so this is, I like this one. I was traded it up. So this is a response to, or a comment to the Tevin Farmer versus Mickey Bay is back on and official for August 12th, which is today. Wait a second. Today is Friday, y'all. Did Tevin Farmer versus Mickey Bay happen today? Hey, ain't no way. That's what I got. I reported Joe Biden's burner. My first video I seen of yours. I like this video, got myself. Salute to you, Joe Biden's burner. Told him already. Welcome to the Black Goose family, bro. Appreciate stuff. Now, what I'm gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to stop all this. And I have to look up now if Tevin Farmer versus Mickey Bay just happened, and I totally forgot about it, and I should have watched it. Did the fight already happen? So is this gonna all of a sudden turn into a Fluence Lounge? If this fight has it's 11:23. Let me see. Oh man, it's crazy. I have to change names, turn into a Fluence Lounge, Nick. Because I'm not seeing anything showing that they fought already. Oh, I can't even find a fight. They don't got this shit up. Bruh. He said Farmer versus Bay. Yeah, it was happening today. That's 2 hours ago. Trying to find out. Man. Okay, the main event starts at 2 a.m. Eastern. So that would be 2, 1. That's 12 o'clock my time. Damn. Where they having this at? That is crazy. All right, so I don't really know what's going on with this Tevin Farmer fight. I'm gonna get back to that. I'm definitely going to get back to that. I don't know what's going on with the Tevin Farmer fight at all, but it's happening tonight. I just can't really figure out when it's gonna happen. My bad, y'all. I know the internet went a little choppy for a real quick minute, but that's because I was trying to figure about the joint. We got Dub Right Side in the building, so we're gonna bring him in. Salute to the people. I got you, dog. Coming in, man. Oh, let me change this joint. There we go. What's good with it, Dub?
What up, my brother? How you feeling?
Let me check out my bad. I got my speaker on. Hold on.
Can you hear me?
Hold on. All right, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, my bad, y'all. I had my I didn't realize my speaker was on. I needed to connect it to my interface. My bad, y'all. But what's good with it, man?
Bro, so the Tevin Bay Mickey Farmer, I said Tevin Bay Mickey Farmer. The Tevin Farmer Mickey Bay fight, shit ain't happening, bro. It's not happening. I don't know exactly what happened, but they done came out and kind of did semi interviews saying that I don't know if the money wasn't right. I don't know exactly what happened, but the fight ain't happening tonight, bro.
But how, they just announced it today, or was it a couple days ago or something?
No. They like literally tonight. Like both of them, they're
What?
in Arizona. The fight was supposed to happen in Arizona and shit. And so they're both in Arizona. They were at the fight,
Yeah.
and they did like a interview with each other, saying, and they didn't really say what went wrong, but they were just saying they'll come out in a couple interviews in the next few days together because they want to renegotiate it and make the fight happen. But they also want to talk about what went wrong because they saying that both of them they promoted the fight, they wanted the fight,
Yeah.
and some other shit behind the scenes is the reason the fight didn't happen.
This is the second time.
They well now the first time when it was in Dubai, we got it. We you did, and Floyd Mayweather, his shit was over there as well. And you did have one of the I don't know King Monarch, uh,
He passed away, yo.
right,
But
and
they
so
rescheduled Floyd and Moore, I think that was his name. But they rescheduled that right away.
agreed.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree with that. And but the Mickey Bay Tevin Farmer fight, it's not nearly as big of a fight as
Close.
Floyd is. You know what I'm saying? So those individuals, and I can't really speak on the situation because when you get into deaths and monarchs and all that in different countries, because I'm not a part of that culture, I can't really speak on it. So I don't know all the ins and outs of it, and I don't want to speak on it. But if I always say if the money is there, then I'm gonna make the big money fight before what I'm saying. I put on any other fight, and I think Tevin and Mickey Bay they came in second, maybe third. You know what I'm saying in that situation. So that's why they end up in Phoenix, and they end up with a bullshit ass promoter, and Yeah, the shit it ain't happening tonight. It ain't happening.
What bugged me about this whole situation, though, in reality, is I think it's probably well, I don't know. I'm not gonna say firmly. Obviously, nobody knows until they actually start doing the interviews. But if I were to speculate, if I were to, what I'm saying, what I would lean toward what happened, it had to do something with Tevin Farmer's side. It has to be because I'm like, my brother Tevin Farmer has not fought since the Coco Diaz fight. When he's in his most recent interviews leading up to the Mickey Bay fight, people have been asking him, well, not too many, but there's been a couple of interviews where they've asked him specifically, like, hey, like, did you just not want to fight Coco Diaz again, or what happened after? And he keeps on like alluding to the fact, like, yo, there was a lot of things that happened behind the scenes that I had no control over, but I can't say too much. And he's talking about he's gonna release a book and all this type of stuff. So I'm like, I'm trying to figure out if there's something funny going on with his contract still with Eddie Hearn, because if there's one thing I've seen from Eddie Hearn lately is if he likes the fighter, people probably take it in the wrong way when Eddie Hearn's like, well, I can't do anything for you. You probably should go with someone else. But what I've seen from Eddie Hearn is he's done that with fighters that it's almost like he's on a good relationship with. Because he's done that with Demetrius on draws. He's like, I can't really do nothing but do your thing. But he's also done this with Billy Joe Saunders. If you want me to, equal it up. Why have we not heard Eddie Hearn formally say, yo, Tevin Farmer, go do your thing? He doesn't even acknowledge him. And I know he's not under Eddie Hearn no more. Or does he owe him some money? Because he didn't contractually, what's the word? He didn't contractually fulfill his agreement with Eddie Hearn.
But this is the thing in this fight. So just talking to some of my friends and things on the inside, quote unquote, on the inside. From what I'm hearing right now, Eddie Hearn wasn't even a part of this deal. You know what I'm saying? This was.
Oh, I know that. I'm real quick. Let me
Go ahead.
what I'm saying is, I know Eddie Hearn is not promoting Tevin Farmer. After the Coco Diaz fight, I feel like Eddie Hearn and Tevin Farmer parted ways. But I don't think it was mutual. What I'm saying is, I don't think there was no word or no one said that Tevin Farmer had one, that was his last fight with Eddie Hearn. That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is in this situation, is Eddie Hearn is irrelevant, and I'm only talking about this situation. From what I'm hearing is that the promoter, you know what I'm saying, the money wasn't there, and because the money wasn't there, what was being guaranteed, you know what I'm saying, they weren't gonna get their payment if they got in the ring with each other. You know what I mean?
So listen to me.
Go ahead.
It all ties together. I know you're saying Eddie Hearn is irrelevant. He's not irrelevant. Tevin Farmer is here at this point because of Eddie Hearn. That's what I'm trying to say. As I'm
But
saying,
but if you say that, then we have to say Mickey Bay is here because of Floyd Mayweather.
I agree with that. But also too, when it comes to Mickey Bay, you know, like Mickey Bay had a trajectory where I feel like even though he didn't necessarily meet what a lot of people thought he was going to be, I thought he got pretty damn close. So I don't think necessarily Mickey Bay is coming back like, oh, I want to actually be a contender when it comes to this weight class. I think he just
No,
the sport and he wants to
no,
play that.
wait a minute. So I'm one of the people who I say we got to take these fighters at their words, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who says anything, words they mean something, and because you say it, I want to take you at your word. And Mickey Bay himself, he said that he want to come back and be the oldest lightweight champion. You know what I'm saying? Ever. And so, with him being 39 right now, he's saying that he want to contend for a championship. That's what he's saying. And because he's saying it, I got to take him at his word for it, if that makes sense.
I'm not saying I don't respect it. That's what I want to hear from a fighter. But as us being critical, look, Mickey, brother, I know you coming back because you missed the sport.
This shit ain't gonna happen, bro. This shit ain't gonna happen. I got you.
Nah, and like Tevin Farmer is a great person to come back to because you might lose, you will lose, but you probably won't get knocked out and hurt. It'll probably be a good ass fight.
It ain't no damn problem. It's the battle of the pillow fish. It's a pillow fight. Ain't nobody getting knocked out.
Yeah,
Neither one of them carry power like that. So I agree with you. For Mickey Bay, hey, you may be able to come out and outbox him. You may be able to outbox him.
No, he's not gonna. Tevin Farmer ain't no way. Mickey Bay in his prime would have beat Tevin Farmer. Tevin Farmer and his motherfucking when he was, and he's still in his prime because he's only like what was he, 32, 33, something like that. 36?
I think he's 30. I think he's 34, but I could be wrong on that.
Yeah, I
Hey,
know he's not 35 yet. I know that. So even if he was 35, I'm like him. He ain't fighting how long? So he ain't took no damage. So he's probably still fresh. Shit. So
mm-hmm.
and Tevin Farmer, one of his key main aspects is defense. So he doesn't get hit much. He's never he's never been hurt except in the beginning of his career.
But Mickey Bay defense is way better than Tevin Farmer defense.
I don't agree with that.
Now this is
more athletically gifted than Tevin Farmer.
Man, Tevin Farmer,
he was way more like his speed.
Say it again.
I said, in my opinion, Mickey Bay was more athletically gifted in comparison in his prime because of his speed, how he's able to move, this way he was able to control his body. In my personal opinion.
Man, I think Mickey Bay's ring IQ is higher than Tevin Farmer's.
I agree with that. I agree with that only because Tevin Farmer didn't have an amateur career. So,
but I will say this. I said all that to say this. I think if the fight ever does happen, I think Tevin Farmer wins the fight, bro. Yeah, I said all that good shit about Mickey Bay just to say I think Tevin Farmer win the fight, bro.
No, but that's why I still think that's why me personally, that's why I'm interested in this fight. I think this is a good fight for Tevin Farmer to come back to. I think it's a good fight for Mickey Bay to fight. This was a perfect time. Mickey Bay's only lost, or excuse me, he had one more, but Mickey Bay lost to George Kambosos, and it was a split decision. George Kambosos is the talk, you know what I'm saying? He just lost to Devin Haney, but he's about to fight Devin Haney. Like this is the
man, but this is the problem, and I'll tell you. So when Mickey Bay lost to George Kambosos, he was coming off a 2-year layoff, right? George Kambosos was active, and then with Mickey Bay being Devin's trainer, go ahead, say it again. My bad.
I might be wrong. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was saying with Mickey,
a family member or something, or I'm thinking wrong.
Did Kambosos lose?
No, I'm thinking something different. Go ahead. My bad.
But all I'm saying is so it was a split decision with Mickey Bay coming off a 2-year layoff. Mickey Bay also was training Devin, you know what I'm saying, for the Kambosos fight, and they beat this man damn near every round. You know what I'm saying? The thing is the skill sets are different. And the reason Mickey Bay was able to make it a split decision, even coming off a 2-year layoff, is because his skill set is much higher than Kambosos. You know what I mean? And so I'm just saying, all I'm saying is that at the end of the day, Mickey Bay, he has a very high skill set. Now he is up in age. So at 39 years old, you're going to get your ass whooped, bro. You're going to get your ass whooped at 39. Yeah, I agree with you.
I agree with your entire assessment of Mickey Bay. That's why I'm so interested in the fight. But it's just like, Mickey, you know what I'm saying? You fought it, bro. And
my thing is Tevin Farmer, he's always been a good fighter. He's been a really good fighter. Yeah. But he hasn't always showed a high ring IQ. I don't know. There are certain things when I watch him, I'm like, I have certain pauses. You ever watch a fighter and you like, he good, but I've seen better, and I can tell styles that's gonna beat him. And I think if Mickey Bay won 39, you know what I'm saying, I think that the style that Mickey Bay brings will give Farmer all the problems in the world.
I don't think so.
But because of the age difference, I think Farmer wins the fight.
I think it makes it a competitive fight, but I think Farmer's just going to show his levels above him. Look, me personally, and this is me, I admit it, I'm biased in motherfucker. Tevin Farmer is one of my favorite fighters. I was a guy who was rooting for, I said, man, Gervonta Davis was running from Tevin Farmer when they was calling him out. Lucky he got shot in the hand.
Oh, no, you didn't say that. You didn't say that.
Tevin Farmer would have beat Gervonta back then. Gervonta was not ready. Now, this is a different story. But back then, when that was the mega fight, if Tevin Farmer never got shot, bro, we're talking about a whole different story.
A totally different fight. Yeah, that's a totally different fight. Agreed.
That's all I'm saying. So I'm like, Tevin Farmer, I think he's some people want to criticize him when he lost to I don't want to say his name wrong, so I'm definitely not, but the Japanese brother. But he also, that fight guy ended up scrubbing because he got popped for steroids. So that was his only other loss, other than when we talk about Coco Diaz. Yes, he had 5 losses, but that's when he was, beginning of his career. We all know his amateur career was non-existent. So as soon as he got into the pros, he went with some crazy, you know what I'm saying, some beat, and that's why his defense is so nasty now. Is because he did get knocked out earlier in his career. So we saw him against JoJo. I watched that fight. I remember that fight. That shit almost made me feel like I was watching Adrian Broner because I was like, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? I remember when AB, he wasn't on this type of time. You know what I'm saying? But I don't put Tevin Farmer in that category because I know Tevin Farmer is dedicated to the sport. So as soon as that fight happened, the way he was looking, I really believe he was told something. So I really believe there's something behind the scenes, and I think there's something to back it up because.
Hold on. Don't tell me he threw the fight. You don't tell me he threw the fight.
No. That's not. I'm saying I think something contractually or something from the promoter, something was said to him that didn't sit well with him, and I feel like it just threw everything off. Because I'm like I said, you can watch the interview. I reacted to this. You got to find it. I don't remember what video it was, but I reacted to this. Where Tevin Farmer was talking about. He was like, I can't get really into it why I haven't fought since the JoJo Diaz fight, but just know, man, it's not because I didn't want to. I want to be in the ring. You know what I'm saying? I want to fight. But you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be releasing the book soon. I'm gonna be letting all y'all know what really happened. So,
and this is the thing, man. JoJo Diaz is a hell of a fighter, bro. Like with the losses he's taking, you know what I'm saying? He lost to Mr. Gary Russell and he lost to Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's taking L's to. He's taking and then he went out and beat the shit out of goddamn Fortuna when Ryan Garcia didn't want to fight Fortuna, even though Ryan Garcia just came back and knocked Fortuna out. I'm not mad at it.
No. But you're right. I'm like, because Ryan Garcia didn't fight him when JoJo fought him.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not saying he took anything. It takes anything away from Garcia's
win. But he fought him at a different weight. He fought him at 40 versus 55.
And a lot of people say actually Garcia didn't even want that weight.
JoJo
didn't really make weight. So that means Fortuna didn't take that fight seriously. So who knows what type of Fortuna Garcia got?
Oh, I'm just saying, man, like, man, I can't take nothing from Tevin Farmer losing to JoJo Diaz because JoJo Diaz is a hell of a fighter, bro. Like, he can fight. And, he got a fight coming up. Oh, damn, who he fighting?
Yeah, I know. I know what you're talking about. It's a good fight, too.
Oh, it's a real good fight. Damn, that shit just slipped my mind.
Because I just made a video on it.
Who is JoJo? Oh, man, hold on. I got to, my bad. Hold on, give me a second.
I'm going to see. Oh, William Zapata.
Yeah, there we go. And that's a, man, and now I will say William Zapata, his last two fights. I wasn't high on Zapata's last two fights. I thought he could have had better showings, but I still think he's a hell of a fighter, and especially from what I've seen early in his career. So I'm very interested in this Zapata versus JoJo Diaz fight because it's gonna tell me who really the goods. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no easy ass fight for William Zapata, and if you make it look easy, it's gonna tell me that he's really the goods, bro. Go ahead.
Let me say this though too. I want to piggyback off of what we were saying previously because I don't want to get sorry, but no, Zapata's a great. But when it comes to the Tevin Farmer situation, I still feel like, in my personal opinion, just what he's been saying when he's asked about it, and he's so vague on the things, but he's also saying, "Hey, yo, just look." I really think there was something behind the scenes that had to do with Eddie Hearn and Tevin Farmer, where contractually either Eddie Hearn felt like I don't know what it was, but I really felt like something came in and really blocked the opportunity that Tevin Farmer had when it came to having the rematch against JoJo. Because he also said in that interview he couldn't even get the rematch. He said he wanted. You really think Tevin Farmer wouldn't want to rematch JoJo after that? It was only was it a split decision or a unanimous decision? I can't remember, but he wasn't really hurt.
I believe it was unanimous. I'm pretty sure it was unanimous, but
okay, I can't remember.
But the thing is no, I'm not saying he was hurt, nothing like that. It's just that
crazy that fight though.
Say it again.
I said I remember his eye was looking crazy though. Like he kept looking like it seemed like he had like an eye or something. I know he has a lazy eye. I'm not talking about that, but he kept looking away. Like it was like if you rewatch that fight, just watch when he gets into the clinch with JoJo Diaz. A lot of times, like he starts looking up and he looks away. So I feel like maybe he had a retina problem and eye injury. I don't know. That's allegedly speculated.
Is that my brother Knockout?
Right side, Fluence, BlakGooseTV, what's poppin'?
Hey, what's up, Knockout? Salute to you, my brother.
Hey man, chilling, chilling. Hey, I was trying to hop on real quick, man, before I get to the family. First of all, Fluence, thanks for having me on your play. You go by Fluence, right?
Yeah, man. Fluence, Black Goose TV, anything, man. Either
Yes, sir.
one.
Yeah, bro. First of all, man, thanks for having me on your platform, man. I appreciate you allowing me up, man. I just wanted to hop on. I wanted to hop on real quick because I had been talking to Doug Right Side, man, and if you and I sent you an email too, bro. If you really about it, man, I got an opening next week, man. If you want to debate or whatever, I got somebody for you. I can get it scheduled. And as far as what's in it for you, bro, like I know as a content creator, I don't want to waste your time and shit because I know it take hard work and a lot of time and shit to make content. So if you go check the platform, bro, like I really market the people that compete on the platform or whatever. Market your shit. Tell
You
them to
breaking?
come check out.
Hold on, Knockout. You breaking up? You breaking up, bro?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, yeah, you good. Go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah. So I was saying, as far as what's in it for you, bro, like I market your channel like crazy. I make shorts and shit that are pretty funny to get people to come to the debate. I tell people to subscribe to your channel all throughout the debate. Like we averaging like 2,000 to 3,000 views with 200, 300 people in the building for every debate that we done so far, bro. So if you serious about competing, man, I got a few dates that are open and I got a few opponents that are looking for people. And Bill Right Side spoke very highly of your boxing brain, bro. And I really love to have you on the platform, man. If you're serious about it, if not, no issue. Still much support. I'm subscribed to you now, so I'm checking out the content. But if you are interested in something that you want to do, bro, hit me up because I'm serious about scheduling shit. And Dub will let you know, like ain't no funny shit going on. Like ain't no trap being said. Ain't
And
nobody trying to act look
brother,
bad.
hey, Black Goose. If you get on, bro, I'm gonna be the moderator. Knockout. He's gracious enough to say, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it. I want my people to be comfortable. He'll let me moderate the shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep it a buck regardless. So
But yeah, just let me know, bro. I ain't gonna hold up y'all show because this shit ain't
No.
about what I got going on. Y'all got a great show going on, but I seen you was live, bro, and I just wanted to come introduce myself and extend the invite to you and let you know, bro. Like if you want to come compete, he'll be the guest moderator up there with me. And even if he wasn't, bro, like Dub will tell
No,
you,
he
like
won't.
there's
Yeah.
been there's been plenty of people up there that have been debating, bro. If you know me, I
Yeah.
couldn't disagree more with the shit that they were saying. But I kept my motherfucker. I keep my mouth shut and I don't say shit. I don't change my face. None of that shit, bro. But he will be up there if you choose to do it. I will do that for you, bro. Just let us know. You can let him know, and then he'll let me know, or whatever the case may be, bro. But I did want to come, and I know emails and shit is different. I wanted to take the time to hit your link and let you know, bro, that there's some real shit going on over there, man. That's really popping. And if you got that sauce, like Dub tell me you do, and some people over there that got it too, and it's either gonna be a classic debate or you might body something shit. I don't know, but I know we got some people over there that can really talk boxing, and I love to have you be a part of it, bro. But I'm a dip off, man. I'll catch you
Wait,
next time
wait,
you live.
before you leave, you can't leave
Yeah,
real quick. Don't leave,
what
don't
up?
leave so quick. Let me respond real quick. I do
Yeah.
want to say this. I got your email. I didn't respond. I've had a hectic week. My week's been crazy. So I responded to you today. So it's crazy that you ended up hopping in this today because I actually responded to you before I went live. So I'm like, when you go to your email, you'll see that I responded. So yeah, I'm definitely down. I want to definitely do a topic. I know the topic that I present to you was about Keith Thurman being the greatest. Is there a possibility that I might want to switch this? Because the type of
yeah,
person I am,
yeah. Change the topic, bro. Change the
I know
topic.
you're gonna say that because I know you're gonna say it because you're gonna say I'm gonna lose. I don't mind losing. It's not. I don't really go into debates about certain boxes for winning or losing. I do it because I like to bring the
Now,
flowers to certain boxers who get forgotten. Even if I lose, I like to present information when people don't understand how great a certain boxer is because they may have their focus on something in the now. Because the way media goes, the way everything is driven is for us to remember the now, be so focused on the now and forget, you know what I'm saying, what the past was. And that's my personal opinion. But I did want to switch. I'm thinking about switching topics. I did want to present this one for God damn it, just Hold up, it was in my comment. Give me 1 second.
How do
Because
you feel?
Demetrius Google Andrade. I'm sorry. My bad. Demetrius
While you
Google
looking it
Andrade.
up, how do you feel about Jerron Boots in this versus Earl Spence debate?
What was specifically the topic between the debate between the two? Are you saying they
So
should better?
it would be something along the line. It would be something along the lines of boxing ability, something along the lines of who probably have the longer and better career. If you had to get like I can make it like everything I do is gonna be debatable where the debate can go either way. But I that really want to do that, or Jerron Boots versus Terrence Crawford, or the
Is
Keith
there
Thurman topic.
someone?
The Keith Thurman topic is good because ain't nobody talking about Keith Thurman.
No one
Or
talks about him.
we
He's
could do
one of
I got people that love to talk about Devin Haney and the franchise belt. If you
Don't
believe Lopez
do
was a
that. Don't do that knockout. Don't do that.
no, I'm serious. I'm
It's
talking
gonna
about,
be me. My bad. My bad.
I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about because I got smoke on get the smoke on it. I got
Okay.
the boxing waiting on an opponent. I got loyal to the game boxing waiting on an opponent.
If they
I got a
need
lot of people waiting on
opponents,
opponents, bro.
I'm down. Like, tell me tell me whatever the topic is, because I tell you, tell me whatever the topic
So
is, and I'll
I
be able to be
got a
prepared
few
to do it.
I
But
got
if
a
you
few
want
on
to
the
do my
plate, right?
specific topic, that's a whole different beast. Because I know people won't pick the top. Like I said, like keep
But hey, Goose,
on
hey,
bars. But yeah,
Goose, when you go into these debates, bro, this is just advice from me. You know what I'm saying? And this is very biased, or I think I'm being biased right now because I rock with you. But I would say, knockout, he will let you and your opponent debate the topic. So you ain't got to take all of their topics. You know what I'm saying? You can come in and say, okay, I give him this topic. I'll take this topic, and then we'll agree on this topic. You know, it's a lot it's a lot of room to work with there. You know what I mean? So don't feel like you got to come in and just sit there and want you're or want to accept their topic. Make sure you go in and debate on the topics before the debate actually happens.
Yeah, I ain't going. Number one, I don't believe in having people argue shit that they don't believe in. So, like, if you think Terrence Crawford will beat the shit out of Earl Spence, I'm not gonna make you be like defending Earl Spence and shit. Like, I don't believe in that shit. It make for a bad debate. So just let me know, bro. I got like I said, I got people that want to talk Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez and the franchise belt shit. I got people that want to talk about Boots. I got people that want to talk about Earl. Everybody want to talk Earl and Crawford. I done did that shit the
We
past
gotta
2 days,
we gotta
but
slow that shit down a bit.
I'm trying to get away from that. So my next debates ain't centered around that at all. People want to talk about Canelo. Shit, I love to have some. I love to have some heavyweight debates, like with Deontay Wilder coming back and shit like that. So it don't matter, bro. Like the people that's waiting in the wings, they ready to debate on anything, bro. So
let me say this real quick. I'm a little bit different. You know, when you were saying I don't want you, you know, if you think Terrence Crawford gonna beat the shit out of Earl Spence, I don't think that way when it comes to boxing. Like I think when it comes to boxing, anybody can win on any given night. I don't care who you're talking about, because at the end of the day, styles make matchups. Matchups make style. You know what I'm saying? And any given day, anybody can win. Like that's how I really truly believe. So I can always find a way where I can say, "Oh, you want to tell me Terrence Crawford gonna beat Earl Spence?" I can tell you how Earl Spence gonna beat Terrence Crawford, and I can still be like, "I'm gonna put $5 on Terrence." That's just how
But
I am.
I say,
that's
before
that's
you
the type
jump
of
to your
shit we
topic,
need, bro.
make sure you debate your topics and make sure they're topics that you can have. Like you said, you can go on either side of it. Make sure the topics are there so you can always present a great point, bro. Because I'll tell you, one of the things we want to see in this debate show, my respect, knockout, my apologies. We just want to see great debates, bro. Like I don't care who wins it. I want to hear the knowledge coming from both sides and be able to learn something that I possibly didn't know. I probably know a lot of it, but at the same time, I want to see how you present your case, all of that. And so that's why I say, man, what
Don't act like you don't be biased yourself.
say it again?
I said, don't act like you be biased yourself. You got your
Hell
favorite
yeah, he
bias.
biased.
Come
You
Say something
got
about
your
Devin
favorite
Haney.
bias. You
He
like, no,
biased as hell. Say something about Devin Haney and see what happens.
I'm like, you know, you so like, don't act like you just clean across the floor. Like, hey man, everybody, because you know you biased.
Me and my brother Knockout, we debated each other about Devin Haney, Tank Davis. He beat me in the debate. You know what I'm saying? But we had a great debate. We
Who was Devin Haney? Who's
He had Dev. He had
had
Dev. And I had.
how you beat him? Because I'm a Devin Haney fan.
see, and that's why I say you got to make sure the topics you're
You
talking
just gotta.
about. It's about the topic,
First of all,
bro.
right side. It was his first time debating and shit.
Okay.
Don't do me like that
And
now. Don't do me like that now.
it was his first time debating. And right side, don't get it twisted. Right side a beast, bro. Like he a monster. Anybody, like he at the upper echelon of that shit. Like he came in that whole prepared. He was ready. Like he was a very difficult person. But I ain't gonna, bro. I don't want to sound arrogant and shit, bro. But like I'm nice, bro. Like I really love this sport, bro. I really love this sport a lot, dog. And I
One thing
study
I say
a lot,
about,
bro.
the one thing I say about Knockout Boxing 86, he's a savant, bro. He's a savant. And
real quick, before you go, I know, like I asked this, Knockout Boxing. You know what I'm saying? You here?
What's up?
How you feel about Demetrius Andrade? Because whenever I ask that question, that's how I know how you feel about boxing. How you feel about Demetrius Andrade?
Demetrius Andrade?
Yeah.
I think he made a lot of bad business moves, bro. I think he was a phenomenal talent, and I think his career is gonna wind up. We're gonna look back at him, kind of how people look back on Bo Jackson with his phenomenal talent, southpaw with power, could box his ass off, but never got the opportunities because he never made the right move. When he had that Jermell Charlo fight, he should have took that shit, bro. He should have stayed at the PBC.
without that shit.
When he went over to the zone, they had no fighters. He should have went over to the zone with the guarantee of a Triple G fight or the guarantee of a Canelo fight. He did all these moves with no guarantees, and now here he is, 34 years old, coming off of a shoulder injury, and they done mandated him to fight Janabek, who's going to be a very dangerous opponent for him. That top rank, and they matchmakers, because remember, Demetrius Andrade is the WBO champion. So the matchmakers at Top Rank, we know the Top Rank basically runs the WBO. So the matchmakers at Top Rank believe that Demetrius Andrade has fell off far enough to where they telling Bob Arum to get the WBO to order Janabek, who is they cash cow. We all know Bob Arum loved the guys that look like Tyson Fury, Lomachenko. So they wouldn't be trying to put him in a position to fight Demetrius Andrade if they don't feel like he left something. We seen Demetrius Andrade struggle towards the end of his fight with Liam Williams when fucking Chris Eubanks Jr. just put Liam Williams down like 4 or 5 times in the goddamn fight, bro. Put his ass down like 4 or 5 times in a fight. So
and remember, that wasn't his last fight.
So Demetrius Andrade just he looked like he might have lost a step. And like, make no mistake, Canelo ducked him and shit. Jamal Charlo acting like a whole hoe out here. He should have been fought Demetrius Andrade, and that shit hurt to say.
He like he don't know his name. No, so
yeah,
I'm
Texas all day, but that's it, bro. Like I think we're gonna look back, him and Jamal Charlo. We're just gonna look back and they're gonna be wasted talents, bro.
So that's where I'm. So Knockout, I agree with everything you said. So okay, Knockout, yeah, you do know your boxing. I agree with you. I think Demetrius Andrade Boo, he's been one of my favorite fighters. Always been one of my favorite fighters. But he made terrible business moves. Not when it comes to money. He's made a lot of money. But when it comes to, okay, when I look back on my legacy, where am I gonna be when it comes to, okay, my name is here and everyone else is here. And you know that's Demetrius Andrade's whole point. With his daddy, everything is camp. We know how passionate they are. But bad business moves, sometimes you can't blame that on the boxer. Can we sometimes blame these bad business moves on the promoters? Eddie Hearn promised. I talk about this all the time, and I don't want to take too much blame off of them because it's similar to what you're saying. Like I remember about 2 years ago, back when I was heavy training, that coach told me the same thing. I love Demetrius Andrade, but bad business moves. And I'm like, Eddie Hearn promised them at this time, hey, we about to break a new barrier. Pay-per-view is dead. We're signing Americans. We're going to break into the American market.
We can't do that, bro. We can't do that. Hold on, Knockout. If we do that with him, if we do that with Demetrius Andrade, we got to do that with Devin Haney. And we've seen Devin Haney see that
when Devin Haney signed with Eddie Hearn was already established in the American market. Not heavy, but to an extent where he took his L's. We can't say that with Devin Haney. We're talking about
right side. When Devin Haney was with DAZN, he couldn't get no goddamn fights, bro. He ain't get no fights until he left
I
and went
agree
to
with
top.
Fuck Gamboa.
So, but
He
as far
fought
as Demetrius
Linares.
Andrade, bro, the reason influence that you gotta blame the fighter, bro, is because you went over there, bro. Like, fuck what Eddie Hearn was promising you, bro. What did he put pen to paper to? What was in your contract?
He
Like,
gave me a
that's
lot of
on you.
money.
Like, that's your decision. Ain't nobody like, unless Eddie Hearn was in a room with a motherfucking gun to his head saying sign this shit. Nah, bro, that's on you. Like, I can't blame that man if you
But
let him get off on you. Like, you knew that this man had Triple G over there, and you went over there and signed,
that
and
was
didn't make
late.
him
That
put
was
no fighter on the contract, bro. Nah, that's on you, dog.
This is what I
That's
come because
all on
I've
you.
been doing. A lot of people don't know. I've been doing YouTube for a long time. I just don't really understand it. I've always been about the numbers. Triple G came after Demetrius. Demetrius Andrade and Tevin Farmer was the first two Americans that he signed that he was promoting as. I'm going to break into the. This is when Eddie Hearn first got that deal to take over the zone. And this is when they first launched the app. This is when he first said, "Hey, pay-per-view is dead." Now y'all see, pay-per-view is not dead. They're doing pay-per-view themselves. But the first, and they were doing this only to break into the American market for Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, cool though, cool. Okay,
Triple G
who
didn't
you bringing?
come
If I
until
sign her,
3 years ago. He
cool.
signed
If I
Tevin Farmer and Andrade 5, 6, 7 years ago.
I
5 years
got you,
ago.
bro. I got you. But if I sign here, who are you bringing up? Like, so again, so I sign over here. You ain't got no fucking fighters. You ain't got no. I have an opportunity to either sign with you, or I can sign. I choose to sign with you where there's no fighters. Like, bro, that's all on Andrade. That ain't on nobody but him, bro. He can't. He
No, I
has
agree
no
with
one
you.
to blame but himself, bro. You know what I
so
mean?
I
and
do.
So
and
I
we
think
should
of
say the same thing with Charlo as well. I think Andrade and Charlo, I think they in the same boat, bruh. They in the same motherfucking boat. Regardless of how we want to look at it, they ain't making the big fights happen. They not fighting competition like that. We gotta criticize both of them, bro. It is what it is.
yeah, they both deserve to be criticized, especially
So that's
Charlo, cause and Charlo got other fights at 168. He got all the fucking PBC fighters over there. He ain't trying to fight none of them, bro. But
my main point.
I do gotta run, fella. So I'm gonna dip off.
All
Fluence,
right, no
man, holla
problem.
at me, bro.
I
Yeah,
appreciate.
holla at
Yeah,
me. Right
check
side,
your
holla
email.
at me,
I
man. Y'all
emailed
let
you
me know
back,
what's
brother.
up.
Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. I emailed you back. I
I
might want
bet.
to do the Andrade topic instead of the Keith Thurman. I'll see that now.
I got somebody for that. All you gotta do, email me. Let me know if you free on Wednesday next week, Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. I can have it locked in by the weekend and start
7:30
marketing that shit
Central
by Sunday. Right side to tell
Wednesday.
you, I work fast in the motherfucker, so just let me know.
That's all right, all right, all right. I'm emailing you back. I got you, bro. Appreciate you, man. That's good. I do got to say this real quick. When it came to, cause you see, now I got by. He knows his boxing. He do know his thing,
Hey,
but
hey, I don't rock with nobody who don't know they boxing, bro.
he do. But people don't know Demetrius Andrade. Like I remember when, cause I was doing I was getting no view. I still, I'm trying to get my show. Anyways, uh, you know what I'm saying? I remember when Demetrius Andrade and Tevin Farmer signed with, the zone. It was way before Triple G, it was way before Canelo. This was when Eddie Hearn first was, the man over at the zone, and he was trying to break into the US market. So it's like it wasn't a bad business move when it comes to money. Because they made more money there than Jamal Charlo made with PBC.
Agreed.
I don't know what the average, all the extra shit was, but purse wise, we can look all that shit is public.
No, guaranteed.
Kevin Farmer was making a meal in 2015, nigga, with the zone. I remember talking about this shit, nigga. I used to talk, but he was making a meal, nigga. Both of them, a meal when they were signed with Eddie Hearn. So it was a bad business move because they believed Eddie Hearn was really going to break into the market when he said he did, and he didn't until Devin Haney. We can say Devin Haney didn't get any fights with Eddie Hearn, but that's not true. He fought Gamboa. Who did Gamboa also fight? He fought Gervonta Davis. He fought Linares. Who did Linares also fight? He fought Lomachenko. So how can we say that he did not get good fights with Eddie Hearn? He went over to Bob Earl and ESPN and Top Rank, not because he wanted better fights, because that was not the reason. The reason he went over there was because, the only way you're going to get this particular fight is you got to sign with Top Rank. And Eddie Hearn came out in the interview and said, I gave him my blessings. And he also said, I believe when he's done, he's going to come back because I'm going to give him more money than everybody else, just like the reason why he signed with me in the first place. So we keep on criticizing and saying Eddie Hearn can't get fights in America. Maybe not. But that motherfucker pays well. So is it a bad business move or is it a bad legacy move? I think we need to change the terms. And during the time Demetrius Andrade signed with them, people weren't really doing what they're doing now, which was kind of like, you know, I'm gonna sign with this promoter for two fights, this promoter for 3 fights. They're still not really doing it. It's only really the top guys who's doing it. So,
but this is the thing, bro. This is the thing, and I'm I'm a Devin Haney fan, so I'm biased. I want to put it out there. I'm biased, right? My thing is
like, we both Devin Haney fans, so this is kind of biased,
but after Demetrius Andrade, is it say his last name for me? Is it Andrade?
Andrade.
Andrade.
Yeah.
Okay, so after he went after Andrade, you know what I'm saying, had a couple fights over there. It's not like he oh well, the problem was, let me say it this way. The problem was he signed a long-term deal with him. Whereas with Devin Haney signed a promotional deal with him where we're co-promoting on a fight-by-fight basis. And so when the time was available, Devin was like, "Hey, I can leave now and I can go over to Top Rank to make the fights I want to have made."
But that only happened. But think about it. If that war didn't happen, you know, respectfully, like
I'm not.
He probably would have never went over there.
I agree with that. I agree 100%. I'm not. But my thing is, I'm not talking about the war. I'm talking about the ability to make a move to put yourself in the best position. That's all I'm talking about. And I agree. If the war didn't happen, then Kambosos would have fought Lomachenko. Agreed 100%. Agreed. But because
being Loma versus Devin Haney, honestly, because I'm pretty sure. Well, I would have been Loma to beat Kambosos.
You say it would have been who against Devin Haney?
Loma versus Devin Haney, because I think Loma would have beat Kambosos.
Well, yeah. It probably would have worked out. It would have worked out that way.
That's going to end up ultimately happening anyways.
No, that's not true. It only would have worked out that way because Devin has the ability to go over to Top Rank. He doesn't. Excuse me.
But think about this too. This is the fucked up part about it. Devin had that ability because now Devin Haney has he had so many people wanting him. He had TMT asked Top Rank offered him something. Eddie Hearn offered him like 80 mil, 100 mil for like fight deal.
And instead of taking that deal, Devin Haney said, "I want to work with you on a co-promotional basis." You know what I'm saying? A fight.
What other promoter would say yes to that?
Not many.
Only Eddie Hearn. The reason why I know that, he did it with Canelo, he did it with Triple G. He does it with the fighters. That's going to be great. That nigga 23 years old.
I didn't do it with Andrade.
Because Andrade at that time, remember, we got to talk about it. At that time, Eddie Hearn didn't have that money and that power. He just became the leader, or he just was granted, you know, I don't think he was a CEO, but he was over the zone. So they're talking about, hey, we're gonna slash.
So he can do it with everybody else, but he can't do it with Andrade.
Remember, he didn't do it with Andrade and Farmer. Remember, the two guys that he signed from America, or the two guys from America that took a chance with DAZN or with Eddie Hearn when he said we're gonna break into the American market, and that was strictly because they wanted to make Anthony Joshua be bigger than what he was Andrade and Farmer. They were making $1 million plus every fight. And this was also during a time when Eddie Hearn also said, hey, this app is coming out, pay-per-views are dead, you don't need pay-per-views anymore. Now they're doing pay-per-views. So it's like we can't blame them on believing in a dream that was presented and it didn't pan out. Now Eddie Hearn understands his mistakes, he's learned from his mistakes, and now he's like, yo, probably the best thing for me when it comes to American fighters is co-promotional deals, because I still get my money, they get their money, they can leave and they can do what they want when they want, but if they want to come back, they will. And now I have better relations with American fighters. That's how I see it. And I'm like, and I feel like people don't see it a lot from that standpoint. A lot of people were so focused on the boxing aspect, and I'm like, the business aspect of boxing is such a prominent thing when it comes to, hey, I'm gonna sign here and here. So it's like, I understood what Knockout TV was saying when it came to, Andrade made a bad business move. But I'm like, we have to be specific when it comes to specific when it comes to when we're talking about business. Business is all about making money. Andrade made a lot of money fighting a lot of people we didn't know. More money than first one.
At the same time, even though he made a lot of money at that point in time, what did he do for his legacy? You know what I'm saying? And what did he do to build his career?
For a very long time.
Bro, hold on. Oh, go ahead. This is your channel. My bad.
No, you good. I was just saying he held that WBO belt for a very long time. That's all I was saying. That's something.
No, I'm not disagreeing, but when you hold the belt, same thing I said about Devin Haney. Devin Haney held the WBC belt, and the reason I speak on him is because he showed you how you should move, and he held that belt and fought multiple fights with Eddie Hearn, right? And he got paid. His opponents got paid. The thing is that when it was time for him to go make the big moves, he was like, "Okay, Eddie Hearn, I see you not able to do it for me. Respect you, appreciate you, but now I need to make my way over here." Andrade should have that same mindset. He should have been with the PBC. He should have been with the PBC way a long time ago. The reason being is because all of the big fights for him is with who? The PBC.
But he didn't know that.
Say it again.
I said he didn't know that at the time. I'm like, that's what it came in to be. And technically, not all of his biggest fights are with the PBC because there's still Triple G. He's with his own Canelo.
Triple G already said that I'm not fighting him.
And
he said, hold on. Triple G said I'm not fighting him. I'm not fighting Charlo. Triple G said that a while ago.
But
and so
think about this though. Damn, I just go
ahead. And the other thing, real quick, Triple G is signed over there with Eddie Hearn.
Yeah.
Eddie Hearn wasn't able to make that fight happen because Triple G
knew he couldn't make that fight happen.
Them, bro. Triple G out of his own mouth, and if that's the case, I gotta go where the smoke is.
But Triple G is a co-promotional deal, so that's why. So I'm like, Eddie Hearn can't really tell him who to fight.
Exactly.
So I'm like, that's really the case when it comes to that. I'm like, everyone knows the only reason Triple G Eddie Hearn because he wanted Canelo.
But I'm not blaming Andrade for it. What I'm saying is that if that's going to be the case, if you're signed with this company and you can't get the big fights over with this company, bruh, and this company, they only have, they don't even have, they have a fifth of the best in your division, bruh, go over where the smoke is and make the fights happen on that side of the street, bro. Like,
it's not that easy when it comes to the business side. That's what people don't want to listen to. That's why I'm like, I've been doing this thing for a little bit, but it's hard for me to grow because I always talk about the business side. It's like, it's not just about a fighter saying, I want to fight you. It has to match up promotional wise, money wise, all these different things come into the aspect. It's not as easy as saying, hey, I want you, we finna fight. It's not that easy.
So if
can't make fights happen because a lot of American promotional companies don't want to fuck with Eddie Hearn. They want to show their superiority. Like, yeah, you think you got someone over there? Nah, bro, I'm not gonna let you. You know what I'm saying? That's why Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. is happening. Because the American promotional companies is like, oh, Conor Benn, you in a division where we got all the top fighters. Oh, Chris Eubank Jr., you're in a division where we got all the top fighters. We ain't finna give you no fights.
At the end of the day, we can say all of that, but we see what Demetrius Andrade, or my bad, Demetrius Andrade, we see where he found himself right now. He found himself between a rock and a hard place, trying to make a fight happen. That's where he at.
Like Jamal though.
Say it again.
I said just like Jamal though.
No, the problem is with Jamal is he got more options than Andrade got.
He don't want to fight nobody. So why are we knocking Demetrius so much? And this is why I talk about we have to acknowledge the business side. It's like
you gotta stop, bro.
You ain't shit, but it's like the only reason he's not getting the fights is because of the promotional company he's with.
Let's stop, bro, because during this conversation earlier, I said we gotta put. I said this. I said, yeah, I'm gonna be tough on Andrade. I gotta be even harder on Charlo. And Knockout, he was like, yeah, I'm from Texas, but I got all the smoke for Charlo because he ain't doing shit that he's supposed to be doing. I'm critical of both of them. I'm critical of both of them, and the reason I'm critical is because of the move they're making. I'm one of the individuals, bro. I rock with the sport of boxing, bro. I don't really rock with Andrade. I don't rock with Charlo. I don't rock with Earl Spence. I rock with Devin Haney. That's my fighter. That's my favorite fighter, bro. Devin Haney. Everybody else, I rock with Shakur Stevenson. Those two guys outside of that, bro. Hey, all the other shit, man, I'm very unbiased about. Very unbiased. And that's why Naka, he'll tell you, I'm biased when it come down to those two guys. I'm biased. Very biased. And I admit that. I'll admit it. And if we debating it, then I will tell you, you're probably more objective than I am. In this situation, I'm very objective, bro.
I
Because
criticize my favorite fighters on a regular basis. But what I try to do is, at the very least, I'd be like, look, I understand that you feel a certain way, but when we talk about business of boxing and we say we blame someone for the business that they chose to make, you have to understand that it's not that simple. It's like a lot of people don't look at something and say, oh, I'm about to build my legacy by taking less. A lot of people say my legacy will be built by taking more. And I just don't like the references when we, what I'm saying, try to make it equal with Devin Haney and Demetrius Andrade. Devin Haney came into the game and into a weight class where he could take certain fights and still be in a position where now he is. Demetrius Andrade, it was different. It was taboo. He had certain, everyone saying you should sign with PBC. If he would have signed with PBC, he would have gotten crumbs. And those crumbs, the only way he would have been able to make something of himself, he would have to beat the top dudes at PBC that they say is the kings. And we didn't know who that was at the time. People say, oh, he backed out of the Jamon Charlo fight. Do you understand how much they was going to get paid for that fight at that time? Shit. So, in essence, business-wise, he made the right choice because he's absolutely on top of the world when it comes to he can take care of his family. Legacy-wise, people can now criticize that. Okay, cool. That's fine. But how can you criticize him legacy-wise when you're looking at a guy on the other end of the spectrum where he's in a position where he has all these choices and he ain't fought none of them? He was finna fight Selecki if he didn't supposedly get an injury. But we're all talking about Andrade. I don't know, man. That shit just, I don't get it. That's my personal opinion. I don't get it. I'm like, how can we just criticize Andrade so much? And I'm like, Charlo is with the promotional company that everybody's saying to be with, and he was finna fight Selecki.
And what I'm saying is, and I'm about to, I got a ride in a second. Unfortunately, I want to stick with you and I got a ride in a second, but I'm criticizing all of them. Whether it's Andrade, whether it's Charles, all of them, all these dudes who ducking the smoke right now. That's who I'm criticizing. I don't care if your name Tank Davis. Me and Knockout, we gonna argue about it. But Tank Davis ducking the smoke. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who ducking smoke, I'm criticizing. And I ain't saying that Andrade, I'm not saying he ducking smoke, but I am saying that the business decisions that he made don't allow him to get the smoke that we need to see him with. I think that Charlo is more or less ducking smoke. I think he is. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I look at it. And so even if you made bad, I was very critical of Bud Crawford, right? When Bud re-signed with Top Rank, I was critical because I was like, bro, all the fights over at the PBC for you, bro. Go over there and make the fights happen. When Tank Davis just came out and re-signed with Floyd Mayweather, PBC, whoever he re-signed with, I don't know. It's very vague over there, very vague. But because he re-signed over there and came out and said, "Hey, it's Floyd. I mean, it's the money team," and you know, Floyd came out talking for him. Y'all stop talking about Tank Davis, all that. Nigga, I want to see Tank get all the smoke. I want to see Tank in the fights, the big fights. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see that nigga fight no Rolly Romero, Isaac Pitbull. I don't want to see that. I want to see him in the ring with the smoke. And so I got to be critical of him. Gotta be critical. And so if you're not going to get the smoke, bro, I gotta be critical of you. But hey, Goose, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna let you respond to that, and then I'm about to duck off on you, man. So,
Nah,
salute, bro. Say it again.
I was gonna say, nah, don't even worry about it, man. I appreciate you, man, hopping up in here, man. Like I always appreciate you hopping. You always welcome up in this motherfucker, man. You always give good insight. As always, man. Like for real, man. Like don't be tripping. Like, I really be appreciate you coming up in here, man, and blessing us with your boxing knowledge, man. For real, for real.
Bro, I come up in here because I believe you got great boxing knowledge, and it's always good to chop it up with individuals who know the sport, bro. I love it, and so, like I said, man, hey, I told my brother knockout boxing, I'm like, hey, this nigga know what he's talking about, man. Put him in the ring, put him in the ring. That's what I
I'm
said,
gonna do it before, real quick, before you leave. Pedro Campa, Teofimo, who you got?
man. Teofimo gonna beat the dog. Listen.
A lot of people say Javante Davis's best win, one of the best wins was Campa. I'm just,
Nah, this ain't this Camper, bro. This is a different
oh,
camp.
you
This
know he
nigga,
got one loss, right?
the nigga that Tio, he only got one loss, but the nigga ain't never fought outside of Mexico, bro. This is gonna be his first fight outside of Mexico.
All right.
This dude, and he's a front foot dominant fighter. He comes forward and he walks right into Tio's wheelhouse. Top Rank would not make this fight. Top Rank is still pushing Tio. They want Tio to be successful, bro. And you always say you got to look at the business of boxing, right?
It's all
When you
business.
look at the business of boxing, they
Both these
want
guys have
Fimo to be successful. And in this fight right here, it falls right into Tio's counterpunching ability. You know what I'm saying? His being able to utilize his footwork, being able to utilize his power, because he's fighting somebody who's gonna come straight to him. When we watched George Kambosos gave him problems, even though I thought if it was 9 out of 10 times, I picked Tio to win the fight, right? But the reason Kambosos gave him problems is because Kambosos wasn't just a straight come forward fighter. He's a counterpuncher as well
Yo,
with fast hands. And so
that's great.
Tito wanted to come out and force the action. When he came out and forced the action, he got his ass countered. And so what really falls into Tio's wheelhouse is his ability to counter. When he's able to sit there and allow you to come forward and counter your shots, that's when he's at his best. And so I think this fight, I got to be in a seventh round stoppage. Seventh round stoppage, in my opinion.
I got a fourth round knockout.
Damn, fourth?
It was a fourth. Yeah, Campa's a beast, but I saw what Javante did today, though. Teofimo at 140.
No, you watched this Campo ain't this Campa is Campa. He ain't never fought Javante.
I'm talking about the wrong dude.
Yeah.
What's his one loss against him?
I don't even man, I don't even know the dude he lost against.
Damn, I thought it was the same one.
No, this this is his first fight in the US, bro. Like he's fought in Mexico damn near his entire career. The nigga is ranked like 65 in the 40-pound division, bro.
Who lose against him? Oh, I'm looking it up for you. So he lost to a dude named Carlos Jimenez.
Somebody in Mexico, bro.
That nigga was 11. So far, he's 14, 10, and 1.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like this good,
All
bro.
right, now, this is going to be a second round knockout, nigga. I changed my whole shit.
No, but it's the thing. He never stopped. He never been stopped, and because he ain't never been stopped like that, I still got to give him. I think it'll be tough for Tio to stop him, but I got to see it with his game plan. Now, if he come out on that front foot immediately, I will say it could be an early stoppage, but I wouldn't expect him to do that, bro. I don't expect him to do that, knowing that Tio is a counterpuncher. I think he's going to pick his spots and try to pressure when he gets that opportunity. But I think he's going to get his ass caught, and that's why. And I think he's going to get his ass broke down too. I think we're going to see Tio coming forward a lot in this fight as well. So,
I'm gonna still stick with the fourth round knockout just because there's a reason why Teofimo is at 140 right now. I don't think necessarily he feels like he's gonna stick there. I think he's just kind of doing the Javante Davis type of thing where he feels like he that nigga and he gets, I'm gonna do 140, I'm gonna do 135. But He's coming off of crazy illness. He's coming off of surgery, off his wrist, hand, whatever the fuck it was. I think this was the most comfortable thing for him, and I think he finna knock him out for it. I don't think it's gonna be a long fight. And
Well,
if
we
it
got.
is, respect, and that's not gonna be a good look for him. But he should be able to get him out of there quick.
Hey, I hope Tio wins this easily. I hope he knocks him out. I think Tio is good for the sport, and I want to see him come back and rock in the upper echelon of the 40 division. Now, I think he's gonna get fucked up. I think there are a couple guys who will fuck him up,
Ooh,
but at the same
Regis
time,
Prograis?
man, Regis, Gary Antoine Russell, Sabria Matias, it's a lot of guys who will fuck this nigga up, bro. In my opinion.
Hey, how you feel about Josh Taylor versus Jack Catterall? Supposedly they trying to make that shit happen back again. It's not gonna happen.
Man, we seeing what's going on. You see, Josh Taylor, the nigga getting stripped of all his belts. You know what I'm saying?
Well, then
Uh,
you get to keep two of them if he chose. If he just chose to fight is mandatory.
he just got stripped of his third belt. He just got stripped of his third belt.
So
I
he's
believe,
not fighting. What is this nigga doing?
and I believe the fight for Catterall, I believe it's going to be at 134. I mean, I say 134, 143. Excuse me. And so
But that's it. But that's if Josh is really talking about he's really going up to 147. But I don't think he's gonna go up to 147. There's nothing there
he
for him.
got to go up to 147. Ain't no way you dropping all your belts and getting stripped of your belts if you don't plan to defend them
But
or if you plan to rocket the weight class.
it was
I,
a bad business move, though. I think think about it. He signed the top rank, and remember he was calling out Terrence Crawford. So I really think Bob Arum. I think Bob Arum got sidelined when Terrence Crawford sued him. I really think Bob Arum was like, "Hey, Josh, come up here. You finna take the." And so Josh Taylor got, you know what I'm saying, that fucked up his whole entire plans.
he ain't running into nobody else to fight, huh?
There's no one else he can fight at 147 signed with top rank. So
Well,
that's why he started being like, well, maybe I'll fight Jack, and I don't know if I'm gonna stay at one because there was a point where he said he'll fight his mandatory at 140, and then now shit's all up in the air. I think he
there were fights to be made with top rank. The problem is all of those fights are high risk, low reward,
yep.
especially after you've become undisputed. And I hate the term high risk, low. I hate that term, but I understand it. So I can see where you're coming from with that. I can see where you, I can, and I can see because with him fighting Catterall in a rematch, which a lot of people thought it was a close fight, and it's going to be over in the UK. It's a big money grab. So I can
They're
see
the
it.
most wasted, undisputed champions I've ever seen. As of now, hopefully he'll change it, but as of now, Jesus, like you got undisputed. You literally declared you're moving up to 147, and you ain't fighting 147. It looks like you ain't planning to. So, and end up getting stripped of your titles, wasted.
Wasted.
But
Hey, bro. Hey, but Goose, man, I'm out for the night, man. Much love to you, bro. Hey, and I appreciate you always extending me, you know what I'm saying, the opportunity to jump on your panel. And I got a series going on my show, on my channel, you know what I'm saying? It's called Rocking with Right Side. I got to get you on, bro. And
yeah,
so I'll hit you up behind the scenes and
absolutely.
definitely try to schedule some time with you. Usually it's a Monday or a Tuesday. And
I'm with
so definitely trying to get you on. And it's just it ain't nothing crazy. It's just, a lot of people want to interview fighters. They want to interview the trainers, those type of things. I want to interview the content creators. I want to interview the people in the chat. You know what I'm saying? The people that we talk to every day so we can get a better understanding of who they are and what's really going on. So we'd love to have you on the show, bro.
Absolutely, man. You already know, man. Hit me, BlakGooseTelevision at gmail.com. You feel me? Hit me, man. I'm with it, man, all day, man. I appreciate you as always, the right side. You coming up in here, man. Really, you know what I'm saying? Educating the people, keeping the conversation flowing. Now, no bullshit, man. I appreciate that all day. You feel me?
Much love to you, brother. Much love to you. And salute to the chat. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody who comes through, man. Hit this man like button. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the channel. He
Okay.
fantastic, bro. Fantastic boxing knowledge, man. And anybody who has that knowledge, I gotta rock with you. I gotta rock with you. So salute to you, Goose.
Salute to you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Enjoy your night, dog.
All right, bro. Appreciate you.
To the right side, he out of the game. So you already know, man, we're gonna be. I always appreciate that. Like that's the thing. Remember, I told you at the beginning of this, I was like, man, I'm gonna go heavy into the comments. We're gonna respond to all the comments. Dub Right said came up in here and Knockout Boxing 86 TV. He came up in here, man. I appreciate all y'all coming up in here. I got through a good amount of comments. Well, not a good amount. I got through a short amount of comments, and then y'all came up here. So I appreciate y'all. But we still staying on course. We still got some comments we gonna get through. We still got comments we gonna get through. We still got Pedro Campa versus Teofimo Lopez weigh-in reactions to get through. And we still got a little bit to look at when it comes to Conor Benn versus Chris Eubank Jr. when it comes to press conference. So I just want to say right now, I appreciate everybody who came in. As of now, Deb Brightside, appreciate you. Knockout Boxing 86 TV, I appreciate you. Anyone else who comes in here from now on, y'all see the link. If y'all gonna be as brave as him, hit that joint, put it in. I'll drop you up in this motherfucker. But let's get right back to these comments. So I'm gonna pull them up for y'all right now. We got it right there. There go the comments right there. But really, what I'm gonna do, because I'm not even like, I need a little break, little chill out. I had some good time. So actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stop the screen. I am gonna definitely come back to the comments. But before we do that, let's go ahead and go into the Should I do the press conference highlights? Should I do the Teofimo Lopez versus Pedro Campa? I'm gonna do the Teofimo Lopez versus Pedro Campa. I feel like that makes a lot more sense. Let me stop the screen real quick. Because they gotta do the ads, they gotta do the ads. I'm like, let's do that. But I'm still gonna watch the weigh-ins. I'm still gonna watch that joint with you. But I feel like but because I gotta use the bathroom, I gotta take me a little break. We've been going straight, you know what I'm saying, for an hour 21. I'm having a good time, man. I'm not even spending a lot of you. All right, so we're gonna start just from the beginning. I'll be right back, y'all. Let me get my little break, you feel me?
Arms down. 139.4. 139.4. 139.4 for La Roca Campa. And his opponent making his way to the stage and taking the scale from Brooklyn, New York, the takeover, Teofimo Lopez. Good to have you back, Teofimo. You're real still up here, so we can lock out. 138.8. 138.8. 138.8 for the takeover, Teofimo Lopez. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Bodybuilder show. Because I came back the right time, you feel me? It's good, y'all. Let's roll up in here. Ah! All right, I'm gonna definitely stop the screen. You already saw the weigh-ins when it came to Campa. Teofimo Lopez, my guy, Dub Right Side, educated me. I was thinking about the wrong Campa. I was thinking about the one Gervonta Davis knocked out. No, this is a different one. Definitely want to react to that, but really the most important thing that I want to be on tonight is the comments. And I know lately, you know what I'm saying, Fluencefridays has been mad interactive. You feel me? So I haven't been able to get to the comments the way I've been wanting to tonight. There's an opening. Salute to Dub Right Side. Salute to Knockout Boxing. It was up in here, showing love. Y'all already know I'm gonna start clipping things and all that stuff and putting on the tie. So y'all already know. So this second part of all the comments, I'm gonna definitely clip. I'm gonna make sure y'all gonna be able to see. So if y'all just want to be here strictly for the, you know what I'm saying, me responding to comments, talking to the comments, clip this for y'all. So y'all don't gotta worry about that. You already know. So salute to people, man. Hopefully you guys are having an absolutely amazing Friday, man. We ain't stopping here, man. This is just the beginning when it comes to Fluencefriday. You think we stopping just because we ain't got nobody in there? We ain't stopping nothing. So let's get back into the comments, man. We're gonna get through as many as we can before I get bored. Reactions at Seam Rockman Jr. Open Workout. Let's talk about said. When is the fight? Master Raider, salute to you, man. I don't know if you subscribe, but man, subscribe to the channel, brother. If you're not, next Saturday, August 6th, and you already know what I'm saying. Unfortunately, canceled, but appreciate you updating a brother. And I don't even know if that makes sense. Fortunately canceled, appreciate you updating, but I made him updating. Let's talk about it. But just because I'm so goddamn late, and I probably wouldn't be this late, but you know these Fridays, they be active now. But I'm trying to get through as many as I can. Reaction now, Hasim Rockman Jr. Open. Workout great videos, always range management, critical aspect of fighting. Hasim has a decent range, but his jab doesn't do it all the time. Over time, he gets weaker, he's more sloppy, hands down, having a month to significantly increase the cardio. Reducing his weight is going to be tough. I'm going to say the Paul team knew this. And so did Hasim and his team. No wonder the fight didn't happen. You know, real basics to it, you know what I'm saying? You're not really tripping. Good stuff, bro. Coming from Brooklyn 560 in response to reaction to new Danny Garcia mid-work at 154. By the way, he won that fight against Jose. Appreciate you, bro. Number love, man. You already know. My guy Zen, y'all already know who Zen is. Reaction to Charlo calling out Demetrius Andrade. He don't want that smoke. He gonna get that first L. If he do that, boo-boo the truth. I agree. But most would say we are wrong. Shaking my head. Let's have a debate, man. Base Jaron back in the game, you feel me? He said, sure, Jake has the right hand, but he can't navigate a decent jab. That head down windmill shit isn't gonna work. Not to mention Jake Gass's fourth round, so the stamina stuff is irrelevant. But he is so I said, but he's willing to get on his bike when tired. There's reason. But there's a reason he is picking slow for the heavy-handed fighters. They will fatigue before he does. People don't realize that, man. That's why he's doing what he's doing. Salute to people, salute to everybody out there, man. Hopefully everybody's having a good Friday. good explained through rap said one of the best breakdowns I've heard through the fight. I'm gonna say thank you, brother. I truly appreciate that. I just want to know, man, I appreciate everybody who comments on this channel, man. This channel ain't nothing without y'all. What's the point of doing these, you know what I'm saying? If y'all not, you know what I'm saying, giving no respect, or at the end of the day, just saying, hey, I see what you're doing, I see what you're saying, or I don't respect what you're doing, or I disagree with you, man. All of it, man. As long as you're putting something out there, man, I appreciate it for real. By the way, you know I'm an hour and 30 into this, but you know, I'm from Cali. I'm from the desert. I love all death. Craig Smith, one of my, you know, favorite comedians I watch. Bo Capone's killing it now. All that good stuff. I want to say R.I.P. Teddy Ray, man. That shit crazy, man. I'm out here in Memphis now. One of my friends, she from Memphis, you know what I'm saying, born and bred. I'm like, you know who Teddy Ray is? You know, South shit, they don't really know. But I'm like, I know when it comes to Cali, we really know. So R.I.P. Teddy Ray for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Blessings to his family, prayers to his family. Hope everything good for real. Allison Perez, hope I'm saying it right, in response to Keith Thurman claims he's being ducked because PBC wants him to be a gatekeeper. You know what you're talking about 100%? A lot of fanboys, though, ain't going to listen. You should look into the camera. I feel you connect with your viewers more. Appreciate the comment. And you are absolutely right. Great, constructive criticism. You know, I got some typos going on. It's all good. We good. You feel me? Criticism. There we go. I appreciate the comment, and you were absolutely right. Great constructive criticism. That's one of the big words right there. So this is in response to one. And y'all know I always drop questions in the community board. So make sure y'all go check that out. For real, for real. Kingpin, in response to the Ryan Garcia came out of nowhere saying belts don't matter, all this stuff. Y'all know I'll be writing extensive questions. I ain't one to hold back when it comes to the typing side of the game. You feel me? Kingpin said he felt like a school exam. I had to choose letter E because it looked like an educated answer. That's my ass. I respond after the show. Gotta get y'all thinking, for real, for real. This ain't no easy shit. Salute to you though, Kingpin, for real, for real. Let's talk about it. He was in response to respond to the comments. You know, having people link up. Danny Philly all day. He got that W for show. Same thing. This is the Jake Paul versus Seam Rockman Jr. was canceled. Ebony Sweet said Jake Paul was scared. It's just an exhibition match. He ain't paying to lose anyway. I'm going to say it was actually a real fight. That's what spell check is for. Sometimes you don't, you be, oh shit. See, that's not on. I ain't want to add that to dictionary because that's not a real word. You feel me? You see what I just did there? I purposely did the wrong word. Just anyways, I'm gonna leave that there. Okay. All right, Lowe's Coleman said they want to keep Thurman just in case Earl loses to Crawford. They need a top guy at 147. Keith Thurman claims he's being ducked because PBC wants him to be a gatekeeper. Man, that's actually a very clever thing. Like, why is Keith Thurman not finding some of the best right now? Why is he not just going on a renegade? He's healthy, he's in good shape. Why is PBC not in a hurry to make Keith Thurman fight? And Lewis Coleman hit the nail on the head. I actually agree with that. They want to keep Thurman just in case Earl loses to Crawford. They need a top guy on for this. Wow. I said, wow, I didn't even think of that. Great point. Because I really didn't. It's the Jake Paul versus Hakeem Rockman Jr. was canceled. Hakeem failed to drop at 15 pounds in 30 days. He didn't even try. He first weighed in at 216, and when he just weighed in, he was 215 after weeks of supposed weight loss. It doesn't matter. He still had a week to cut weight. I have never seen a fight canceled a week out due to weight issues. And I'm not saying, like a lot of people say, it doesn't matter. He still had a week to cut weight. I've never seen a fight canceled a week out due to weight issues. Now, I'm not saying he's not professional. I'm not saying Hakeem Rockman Jr. didn't try to play the system and his team tried to make something happen that shouldn't have happened. I'm not disagreeing with any of that. All I'm saying is they should have allowed him the amount of time that he was deserved for that week. And if he didn't make weight, then cancel the fight. But for you to cancel it so early makes it seem as if you were scared that he might end up coming in maybe only a pound or so over, like he did in that little, the video he put out. And it would put you in a position where you would have to make the fight continue. Because if you was able to make 206.5, whatever the case may be, the fight would have continued. 207, 208. So King of Kings, A612 said, it sucks that you keep making these comments about how Jake brings around these random people, and those random people are idiots. By the way, I respond to all this, but I'm gonna go ahead and read these because I'm gonna say salute to King of Kings, A612. You've been rocking with the channel, man, so I appreciate you. And I know you're not really a big boxing head from back in the day and stuff like that, but you really appreciate it because Jake Paul brought you to the sport. So I wanted to show you respect. You know what I'm saying? And don't know boxing, and you're young, you don't understand boxing. So because I don't see everything the way you do, I'm stupid. I'm not like boxing. I'm one of those Jake Paul fans. Brought to boxing because of Jake, and guess what? Because of him, I know your channel. I subscribed to you, left a like on most of your videos, agreed with a lot of what you said, but you're being blind to how much Jake Paul helps you. Cause you're gaining subscribers, not solely, but in part because of Jake and his fans. Like me, you can't just call people idiots and single them out and say they can't like boxing. You don't know shit. You could have got your point across without being that disrespectful. I enjoy your content. Because being called a young random idiot that doesn't understand business of boxing, I can't subscribe to that kind of crap. I'm sure not only the only one that feels that you, boxing fans, and real boxers are missing out so much simply because you can't adapt to a new audience. Very respectable. I see I responded here. I said, don't think that's a great comment. Don't take things I say personal. The channel is built on being critical and differing opinions. I encourage anybody who comes on this page to disagree with me, challenge me, even downright disrespect me if you can't. If you think I don't know what I'm talking about. Some videos I'm over the top, some I'm calm, or some I'm in between. So don't get offended by the vocabulary, trying to understand why us boxing fans are upset when this game has been the same since the beginning of time. Just because we're new fans doesn't mean they can move the goalposts. Respect is earned, not given. I can respect fans of Jake Paul once you will understand how frustrating it is to hear people try and claim something that's completely fabricated. Either way, I appreciate your insight and respect your comment, appreciate your sub as well. I hope you understand this entire business is corrupt, manipulated by promotional companies. Jake Paul is not only a boxer, but trying to build himself into one of the promotional companies that manipulates the market. It's obvious that what they're doing is also brilliant, but also damaging the sport because so many of his fans don't understand the sport other than two guys trying to knock each other out. King King's responding. He said, I appreciate that you took the time to respond. I agree with pretty much all of your points here. My only objection was the way which you prefer to Jake fans because I'm the one. However, you didn't need to respond to me nor explain, but you did, and I remain subscribed and continue to leave likes on your vids. Keep up the great work. Appreciate you, King's A612. I understand I was extra in most of the videos I posted last night, mostly because, and by the way, I remember those videos. I was going crazy. So it's almost weird. It's like the algorithm is like, man, if I was like that in majority of my videos, how crazy I was in that video, I would probably have road to 5K would be easy. But that's not me naturally. But in those, I had a lot to get off my chest. But instead, I understand I was extra in most of the videos I posted last night, mostly because I had a long day with vision. That's why I said I don't take what I say personal. Some days I usually visit my stress release. I try to be more aware from now on. How I address certain fans, I appreciate your insightful comments. This means a lot. Blessings. DX came back and I said, I read your comment. You seem like a person with sense. Aside from you admitting to be a Jake Paul fan, if he ditched you to boxing, welcome to Sweet Science. But he's not He's not it, bro. Real fighters don't always select opponents that they tower over, and opponents with no boxing record pounce on Jake Paul as a clown. So that's actually how a lot of real long-term boxing fans feel when it comes to the Jake Paul content. I don't necessarily feel that strongly, but I understand. That's what's on BlakGooseTV. That's racist. I'm gonna laugh out loud. I'm gonna put laugh out loud. Let's see if we come with that. Bobby with the good take. Thank you, brother. Get the T out of there. I appreciate y'all for real, man. Everybody up in this joint. We 9 days ago. You feel me? We getting through them joints. So what I'm gonna do, man, we almost 2 hours into this. Let's go into I know I already showed the press conferences, all that good stuff, but I want to watch it personally myself. I also want to see my press conference. The Teofimo Lopez Pedro Campa weigh-ins I haven't gotten to yet. So I want to go ahead and get into those. I want to watch that. I know I already showed it before, but I want to actually watch it myself, say something about it, and after the Pedro Campa, Teofimo Lopez, if I feel like it, we're going to go into the Conor Benn Chris Jr. Press conference highlights. So appreciate everybody who's commented. We're going to end on this note with chatting, boxing with Yemi Babatunde. He said Warren should have demanded that Dubai's fight purse to be in escrow. I'm going to say Frank Warren claims he had nothing to do with the fight purse or fight, to be exact. And then chatting boxing with Yemi Babatunde, excuse me. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Babatunde, excuse me. George Foreman, Larry Holmes, Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, Bermaine Stevenson, and now Daniel Dubois. Unless you're a complete nobody in terms of public, as a fighter, you have no business in dealing with Don King. This was in response to Daniel Dubois claims Don King still hasn't paid him for knocking out Trevor Bryan. And I'm gonna say I agree, but why is Don King trying to bring Frank Warren into all this, saying he owes him money? So I said, I agree, but why is Don King trying to bring Frank Warren into all this, saying he owes him money? Like, I agree with that, for real, chatting boxing with Yemi Babatunde, but I'm just like, man, what's going on here? So, Ebony Sweet, we need to get this man his money. That's crazy. For facts. I know, man. I told you. I'm getting to the comments. I was about to stop the comments for a minute, but I'm like, man, we get some good comments, man. But we 8 days out. Okay, so bet I'm gonna go ahead. This is where I'm gonna stop it. For real. I want to salute everybody, man. If y'all was hitting the like button, man, please. If you haven't, hit the like button, man. Subscribe to the channel. I'm not done yet. We still got some things we want to do before we end up getting up out of here. And one of those things that we're gonna want to do is we want to talk about the Eubank and the Conor Benn press conference. We also want to talk about Teofimo Lopez also weighing in versus Pedro Campa, or me at least reacting to it. I know I already, showed it on this thing, but I didn't react to it, personally, because I had to take a little break. I was having a good time. You feel me? So that's what we're gonna get into right now, man. We're gonna share. I want to watch it personally. You feel me? So I'm about to put this joint up real quick. So we're gonna rewatch this right here. We're gonna rewatch the Pedro Campa, Teofimo Lopez weigh-in, and then after that, we're gonna go into some of the highlights when it comes to the Conor Benn joint.
Here we go. Arms down.
139.4.
139.4. 139.4 for La Roca Campa. And his opponent making his way to the stage and taking the scale from Brooklyn, New York, the takeover, Teofimo Lopez.
You're real 138.8.
138.8. 138.8 for the takeover, Teofimo Lopez.
What y'all think? You think Teofimo's just gonna come out and knock out bruh? Or he's gonna have some trouble? What's y'all personal opinion on this joint? I'm gonna run it back. Because we're gonna talk about the highlights of the Conor Benn, Chris Eubank Jr. Press conference too, man. I'm on my live stream tonight, man, for real. I'm on my game tonight. I was originally supposed to wake up early as fuck for my haircut. I don't have to no more. I'm on my shit. I'll be right back.
139.4.
139.4. 139.4 for La Roca Campa. And his opponent making his way to the stage and taking the scale from Brooklyn, New York, the takeover, Teofimo Lopez.
Good to have you back, Teofimo. You're real still up here, so we can lock out. 138.8.
138.8. 138.8 for the takeover, Teofimo Lopez.
Look, at the end of the day, I'm rocking with Teofimo. That's a fact. That's a fact. But Teofimo has been through so much. He's been through so much. It's not like he's just returning off of a loss against George Kambosos. Supposedly he was, you know what I'm saying, dealing with this life-threatening illness after he ended up having to have surgery on his wrist, you feel me, or his hand or something like that. Like, he's not just coming back just like, yo, I just had a loss and I'm here. He's really dealing with some real shit. So I can't wait for this fight. This is gonna happen tomorrow. Y'all already know. Y'all make sure y'all come for the Fluence Lounge, because the Fluence Lounge is finna be lit. We got Dominic Cruz versus Marlon Vera. We got Teofimo Lopez versus Campa. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a crazy fight, for real, for real. I think it's going to be a good-ass fight. I think we're going to be surprised what Campa brings to the table. I think we're going to be surprised what Teofimo Lopez brings to the table. I'm not saying that we forgot, but maybe we did because we didn't expect him to be able to rebound off of something crazy. Or maybe he doesn't rebound off of what we expect him to rebound off of, and we're surprised by the outcome of it, man. We never know. But, you know what I'm saying? I can't wait for this fight. For real, for real. I can't wait for it. All right, we're going to move on to the next. So make sure tomorrow, Teofimo Lopez, Petro Campa, we're going to have the Fluence Lounge going crazy. We're going to move on to the Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn press conference because I've been definitely want to go ahead and talk about that. I definitely want to go ahead and watch that, you feel me? So we're going to get into that next. Let me make sure the shit right, you feel me? Because Conor Benn versus Chris Eubank Jr. was such an interesting fight, in my personal opinion. A lot of people want to go ahead and pin it on, you know what I'm saying, father's fight and this and that. But I think it's more than that. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a lot more than that. I think we're seeing two fighters in a position where they're in a particular weight class where they want certain fights and they can't get them because they're with a certain promotional company. Conor Benn's at 147. Why are you doing a catchweight fight with Chris Eubank? 147 is one of the most lit divisions, but it's only one of the most lit divisions if you're over in America. You feel me? So I think it's telling a lot and it's saying a lot and showing a lot when it comes to the fact that we're seeing Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn. Not only on Conor Benn's side, I think it's also on Chris Eubank Jr.'s side. Because you're in a division where it's lit too. Triple G, Canelo, Jamal Charlo, David Benavidez, Demetrius Andrade, all type of fighters. Arizlani Lara. But you're doing the catchweight with Conor. This fight does nothing for neither of their careers other than making money. Let's be 100. Let's talk about it. But I'm going to watch it. Y'all going to watch it. Everybody's finna watch it. That's the thing. But at the end of the day, we have to acknowledge what it is. This shit is just being put on because literally Chris Eubank Jr. cannot get the fight that he wants to get. And Conor Benn can't get the fight he wants to get. But they want to stay relevant because they probably feel like they still have a chance to get a big fight. So in order for that big fight to still be there, we're going to create some shit. Because no one loses in this fight. It don't matter. Unless somebody gets knocked out cold in 30 seconds, no one loses. You feel me? So it's an 18-minute. I'm not trying to listen to all this, but I definitely want to listen to some. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on the forefront.
Nothing like this has ever happened before in the history of the sport. Two legends who went into a ring 30 years ago and inspired a nation, became superstars.
Man, niggas talking slow, man. I'm going to fast forward this. Ain't no way.
If you don't get your ass kicked in the gym, then it's just going to be too much of a shock to your system when I put it on you on the night. So get some tough guys in your training camp for this fight, please.
That like button, yo.
We can make it more of a competitive event.
Like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed.
I'm going to ask a question now, and Eddie might want to ask Colin the same question, because it's clear that there's no real reason for the dislike of the family names. I mean, how was it in your household growing up, the Benn name? Do you remember it as a child, that name? Obviously, you were a teenager. What was the, let's say, at the dinner table?
This nigga like, what are you asking me right now, bro? Just say it. Spit this shit out.
To hate, like,
I don't hate anybody. I don't have that.
it's quite strong. So it's like
I would never give anybody that type of power over me to hate them. That's a very passionate and strong.
That shit funny. He sounds just like his pops.
That I would never give anyone the power over me. I don't even dislike Conor. He hasn't done anything to me personally.
That shit is crazy.
So I don't dislike him.
By the way, RP, your brother.
But at
You
the
know what I'm
same time,
saying?
this
Chris
fight, this
Eubank.
person,
And RP Teddy Ray.
the things
For real,
that
for
his
real.
father put my father through, I can't
Yeah.
forgive and I can't forget.
Death is fucking
And I
crazy.
grew up.
We ain't here forever, man. Appreciate it for
watched
while we are.
mental stress and told
Okay.
when preparing for those fights. I watched the injuries and my mother having to look after him after the fights and him going to hospital and him losing half of his tongue.
Like button if y'all up in here, man. You ain't hit the like button, man. Subscribe to the channel, show some love.
Told my father on national TV that he hated him. And these are all things that I can't forget, I can't forgive. And this is a fight where both our family names are on the line. We have to uphold those names to the best of our ability. We're both going to be there. That's where it makes it personal. You know, I can't. Nigel is his shot at, you know, his loss is being avenged is Conor beating. That's the only way he can ever avenge those losses. That's the only way he can kind of redeem himself. All right, my son beat his son. That will help him sleep better at night. I can't let him get those extra hours of sleep. You know, I can't do that to my old man. I have to uphold the family name. I have to do what's right. I have to make sure that the Eubank name stays on top of the Benn name. I'm not letting the Benn name even the school.
What a way to see things.
Wow. He just made it very deep. No, it's not that deep, really. You know, Dad had a draw in the last fight. We know he should have won. But, you know, that's that. I'm going to get in here and handle business. And, you know, I'll still score.
He's definitely taking you lightly in this fight. I believe he can beat you at 60.
Interesting to hear a young guy.
I could not really care less, to be honest with you.
You're a young guy who hasn't been in the game as long as Chris Eubank Jr. Shrug off what Eubank. Eubank almost sounds hungrier than him.
I'm going to go for it.
And it makes sense because, like I said, RP to Chris Eubank Jr.'s brother.
That's what he needs. He needs to focus. He needs to stop worrying about everything else. You know, while I'm up at 2-3 in the morning training, while he's probably.
I really like what I'm hearing from Conor Benn.
So, as far as I'm concerned, you know.
He might be a little bit. I don't think he should have took this fight, man. Does anybody think Eddie Hearn trapped Conor Benn into this fight? Why is this fight happening? What does this do for Conor Benn?
I'm overweight right now, and
Okay, well, I'm ready now.
you know, I haven't really been in the gym consistently.
Do you know what? I keep hearing excuses.
No, we have 8 weeks.
No, but that's like just this.
We have 8 weeks. So after this press conference, the training camp starts. You know,
I'm 3 weeks in already.
the weight cut starts. You know, I'll slow down with the poker if that makes you happy. And,
I'm not trying to give you a good beating. I don't want to hear nice excuses.
Look at the way Eddie Hearn is smiling at everything Eubank Jr. says, but you're representing Conor Benn.
There's no excuses, Conor.
Good then, no excuses, please.
You think Eubank Jr. you think Eddie Hearn set this up? Doesn't make any sense. Why is this fight happening? I love it. I want to see it. This is exciting. I'm not going to miss it. Fluence Lounge all day when it comes to this.
Why are you playing that?
Why is this fight happening? It doesn't make any sense. Who convinced Conor Benn to take this fight?
Let's not get excited. But you know, I will make the weight, and I'm not gonna kill myself in this training camp.
He gonna do the Rodman Jr. on these niggas.
I always.
But all right, I'm gonna stop it right there. We're gonna go ahead and do the face-offs before we get up out of here. You feel me? So let's show the face-offs when it comes to Conor Benn and Eubank Jr. You already know I got that pulled up. I got that pulled up. First face-off that they've had. You feel me? Look at him. Look at him. Eubank Jr. finna jab the shit out of him. He finna do his little new Roy Jones impersonation. And Ben finna be swinging for the fences. This finna be an easy dub for Chris. But if I was Conor Benn, my whole game plan would be to work the body of Eubank. I would look for the body all day. That would be his best bet. It's gonna be a good fight right here, man. It don't make no sense. I don't understand who gets the W from the W if the W does happen, but it's a good fight at the end of the day. And I'm gonna watch it. Fluence Lounge all day. You know, we finna do Fluence Lounge tomorrow, but shit. This nigga, Chris Eubank Jr., this nigga got a whole Louis Vuitton luggage bag as a jacket. This nigga got a traveling bag. He got a Louis Vuitton traveling bag, and he made it into a jacket. That nigga can carry like all his supplies and belongings. You know what I'm saying? You can just put it into that jacket. You know what I'm saying? You know when you go on a plane, you put your shit over. Like that nigga got a suitcase on. That shit crazy. Anyways, salute to the people, man. How y'all feel about this particular fight coming up, man? I'm ecstatic. I think it's gonna be a good time. I don't understand why it's happening. It is what it is. I just want to say this right now, man. I appreciate Dub Brightside coming up in here. I appreciate Knockout Boxing 86 TV coming up in here, man. I promise I'm gonna get right on the debating side of the game. I'm gonna come up in there, man, for real, for real. You just gotta understand. I be busy as a motherfucker. I'm still trying to build a channel. I'm gonna be in there, man. Salute to the people, man. I appreciate everybody as always, man. It was a good time, man. We talked about all types of shit, man. We talked about Conor Benn, which Crystal Bain Jr. We definitely got through this weekend. Tomorrow, Fluence Lounge, Pedro Campa versus Teofimo Lopez. We didn't talk about it, but we definitely gonna watch it. Dominic Cruz versus Marlon Vera is happening tomorrow. We definitely gonna watch that tomorrow when it comes to Fluence Lounge. Make sure y'all join in on that. Man, just good times, a lot of good fights. We finna be going crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had my little hiatus, but we finna be going crazy when it comes to combat sports side of the game. When it comes to the next couple, 2, 3, 4 months. So tune into your boy, man. Hit the like button, show some love, man. Subscribe to the channel. Road to 5K before the end of the year. Y'all already know what it is, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. BlakGooseTV family. Always stay blessed, not stressed. It was a good time. Absolutely enjoyed it. I'm out of here for now. I'll be back later. Fluence Lounge is happening tomorrow. So make sure y'all join. I'm out of here, baby.